In a huge turnout of voters in the first phase of Bihar Assembly elections held on Monday, women voters outnumbered the men. 59.5% women as against 54.5% of men used their right to franchise. Overall poll percentage too overshadowed the last time's polling. This year's turnout in the state was 57%. The next phase of polling will take place on Friday. To check unacceptable level of pollution in Delhi, Supreme Court has imposed environment compensation charge on commercial vehicles entering the national capital. To be imposed from 1st of November, this charge will be in addition to entry tax and will be for 4 months on experimental basis. After concluding his historic visit to Palestine this afternoon, President Pranab Mukherjee will be reaching Israel today. In rare honor accorded to a foreign dignitary, President Mukherjee will address the Israeli parliament. Israel and India will also sign a number of agreements during President's visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted informally with about 100 senior IAS officers of Joint Secretary and Additional Secretary rank participating in a mid-career training program on Monday. Officers shared their experiences in areas like development work, agriculture, irrigation and food processing, inflation, public health. The Prime Minister emphasized on the need and importance of continuous innovation and enhancement of administrative capacities and processes. He urged officers to work with mutual team spirit and trust. Over 15,000 people have qualified in this year's Civil Services Preliminary Examination, results of which were declared on Monday by Union Public Services Commission. About 4.63 lakh had attempted the test on 23rd of August. To boost availability and check rising prices, state-run Kendriya Bhandar will start selling imported tur dal at its 100 locations in New Delhi from 15th of October. An interministerial committee headed by Consumer Affairs Secretary C. Vishwanath also informed the sale of the commodity at Mother Dairy's 300 Safal outlets will begin from this weekend. The Allahabad High Court has directed DM of Gautam Budh Nagar in Greater Noida to look into allegations of encroachment of thousands of square meters of public land spread across 3 villages of the district and take an appropriate decision within 3 months. According to the petitioner, the land which had been encroached upon, on which real estate developers are constructing huge complexes falling in the Greater Noida township, include 2,000 square meters of Dadri village, 6,000 square meters of Itahara and 35,000 square meters of Tughlaqpur. Biannual Air Force Commanders Conference begins today. The discussion during the conference would be a continuation of the theme of operational preparedness towards any contingency, including requirements of providing humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Future plans of enhancing IAF's capability will also be discussed. The 5th joint exercise between India and China, named Hand in Hand 2015, commenced at Kunming Military Academy, Yunnan Province in China on 12th of October. The 12-day-long exercise opened with an impressive parade by both contingents, wherein national flags of both the countries were brought on parade. It followed by national anthem of both the countries. The Indian contingent enthralled the audience with a spectacular display of yoga training, energetic tribal dances of Nagaland and unarmed combat skills. The 9-day festival of Navratri begins today across the country. It is celebrated to honor Goddess Durga and her 9 forms. The first day of Navratri is dedicated to Ma Shailputri, first form amongst Navdurga. In Sanskrit, Shail means mountain and hence goddess Parvati was known as Shailputri, the daughter of the mountain. The 9-day festivities will end on 22nd of October. Government of newly appointed Prime Minister of Nepal, KP Sharma Oli, has urged the agitating Madhesi people of Terai region to come to the negotiating table to sort out their issues. The government says that it is ready to revise boundaries and number of provinces. Belarus strongman Alexander Lukashenko looked to the European Union to ease sanctions against his regime after a landslide electoral win, but international observers say that the poll was tainted by irregularities. Alexander became president of Belarus by a landslide victory on Sunday. The Syrian army has recaptured several villages in the northern countryside of Latakia province in cooperation with Russian airstrikes. The forces are continuing their advances and are regaining control of the southeastern borders of Salma village. The advances also come as Russian warplanes have been providing the Syrian ground forces with air cover. Meanwhile, US military has delivered more than 45 tons of ammunition to rebels fighting the jihadist group Islamic State in northeastern Syria. Princeton University's economist Angus Deaton won the Nobel Economics Prize for his wide-ranging work on poverty. His ranging work on consumption helped redefine the way poverty is measured around the world, notably in India. 69-year-old Deaton won the 8 million Swedish kronor from the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. India failed to continue their winning momentum against Britain's 3-4 in their second match of the 5th Sultan of Johor Cup Junior Hockey Tournament on Monday. India had started their campaign with a convincing win against arch rivals Pakistan, but they conceded the initial advantage to go down in the end. India will next face Argentina on Wednesday.